All right. I'm going live. 3, 2, 1. Okay. No one's watching yet, but we can still announce what we're doing.
I'm like waiting. Yeah. Oh my God, live.
We are doing a hey Jesse. Welcome to the
What up, man? Glad to be here.
So we are doing, for those no viewers or listeners out there, we are doing Hollywood hot takes.
Oh my God, people are joining. People are joining.
Hey. Okay, so we're doing Hollywood hot takes and we all have chicken wings. Or Jesse, do you have chicken wings?
No, I have chocolate right now.
Chocolate. Sean Evans would be disappointed in you. But I got my Buffalo Wild Wings here. And all right, well, should we dive into it, or like what do you guys want to, how do you guys want to do this?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's just go.
Lead us off, Joe.
Ooh, where do I start?
Yes, just
also anybody out there who's listening or watching, if you have any hot takes, just please send them through and we'll read them.
Or chime in on how horrible these hot takes are.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, where do I start? Should I start light or should I go like?
Just dive right in. Let's go.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start with I love Jared Leto.
That is
okay.
I don't know if that's a big hot take or not, but
you love him so much that I thought that was normal. Like, I remember the first time you mentioned that and you were like, no, people don't really like him. Like, they give me shit for liking him. And I'm like, really? I just thought that was I
think so. I always like 30 Seconds to Mars and I always like Jared Leto, but
I love that one song by 30 Seconds to Mars, The Kill.
But I'm going to say this, that I'm not embarrassed to say this, but I didn't know he was the singer until a lot later than I should have. And I was like, wait, I like this band. I like the actor. It makes a lot of sense now. So once I figured out that he was a singer, and then they did, for The Kill, they did The Shining as like an inspiration for their music video. I was like, this guy, man.
You do love a singer actor combo like Ross Lynch.
Big fan. Ooh,
big fan.
That's right? That's in one of my hot takes, actually. So
what's that one? Let's just jump.
All right, we're just diving into it. Oh wait, T.W. Lindsay said My So-Called Life.
Is that a show?
I think so.
Is there a hot take?
Is that the hot take?
Hot takes
for life? We're so out of touch that
I know. Okay, well, I'll continue, and if there's more, I'll read more. But
yeah, Lindsay, let's hear what that means. We're not picking up.
Oh, going to the movies. What's up, Ryan? He said James Cameron's innovative, but can't pull a good performance out of actors. At me, haters.
Ooh.
Love it. I love that. That's actually, I agree with that for sure.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that either. I don't know if that makes it less of a hot take or more of a hot take. I don't know.
Wait. James Cameron, I always get this mixed up. Avatar?
Titanic, Avatar.
No, I know, but Avatar I always got mixed up. The SNL sketch Papyrus about the font used in Avatar. One of the best sketches of all time.
Yeah,
one of the
best. That's,
I don't know.
Could be a hot take.
It's Ryan Gosling.
We have more. We have
90s MTV show JL was on My So-Called Life.
I haven't seen that one actually, which now I'm kind of embarrassed since I love Jared Leto.
Oh, JL. I still didn't even pick that. I was like Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo.
Okay, I'll go into my Ross Lynch hot take. I think the movie My Friend Dahmer is one of the best movies ever made.
Whoa.
I guess we should just end it. Hey.
You want to elaborate
on that one? I just think
that's your 10 out of 10 movie.
Yes. I mean, I have a few 10 out of 10s, but
it's one of them.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys want to go?
Is anyone who is there the director of that significant or
not really, but we're buds on Twitter. So I could try to get him on the podcast. That'd be pretty cool.
There you go. Okay. Just don't tell him it was a hot take. Our hot take was like, your movie was good?
I mean, they shot it in Jeffrey Dahmer's real childhood home, so I think right there.
Dedication.
Yeah. But
I've got a Christmas movie hot take. A Christmas Story is one of the worst Christmas stories ever.
Do you want to hear a fun?
As in you like the movie, but it's a bad story?
No, I mean,
or it's just
I
everything's bad
I
about
just
it?
don't get it. Like, it's like just this family and like they, I just don't get the Christmas part about it. It's
I was gonna say I don't know if this goes to your point or against it, but as a Jewish kid, loved that movie. Thought it was great.
There you go.
I just don't get, like, I mean, it's about like the kid, like, and he like the whole leg lamp thing. I still don't really get that.
Come on, the tongue to the flagpole. I can't put my arms down.
Yeah, but like if you think of a Christmas movie, I don't think of a kid licking a pole.
What do you guys think of that?
I will say, I have never seen that full movie.
What?
Well, if you ask me, you're not missing out on much.
All right, good to know.
I just think it's one of the most random and like not Christmas stories, but it's called a Christmas story. So it like makes zero sense to me.
Maybe it's like The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's like a Halloween.
Yeah.
No, that makes more sense than a Christmas story.
Okay. I'm just
Wait. Going to the movies, Ryan. He says, "Bro, I agree on the Christmas story. That movie has multiple creepy moments. Still
Yeah,
gonna stay in that house one day. I do respect that. If you can stay in a location, you definitely
I
should.
feel like we're on the same page.
Yeah, this is great. Okay, cool. That's a good one. I still haven't seen it, so I'm like kind of on the fence about it now.
I mean, it took you a long time to watch Ratatouille. That's like the best movie ever made in history. That's not a hot take. But
I still have never seen Ratatouille.
guys, you're
I don't
killing
even know
me.
if
Yo, that's a hot take.
I also have never seen Oliver and Company, and I thought about picking it one of these weeks, but
I watched it for the
almost-
first time recently with JoJo.
You did?
Mhm.
Oh man, so
I hate to say that I actually liked it.
I will say with Ratatouille, I do think the joke about it being my favorite movie happened before I had seen it. And then I watched it and I was like, no, this is like a really good movie.
I mean, I thought it was good. I'm just okay. Can that bring me to my next super big
Yeah.
hot take?
Go for it.
Okay. No one kill me out there, but they should make less animated movies.
What?
Do
What?
you mean like
I just don't like. I'm not an animated person,
American?
fan. Huh?
Do you mean like Japanese or American?
I'm talking just animated. I'm not
Just
an animated
period.
person, so
Just the whole it's like he liked it's like he likes drawing and he's just like, I think all painters should die. They shouldn't paint anymore.
well, you can make a couple movies, but spend more time in the live actions field. That way,
You
we
want
can
those
also,
people to like move their skills over to live action.
right? Because then we, that causes more. That creates more locations we can visit.
You think animators are secretly good actors? And if they just freed up their
Maybe.
time, they'd be killer.
I actually have an animated hot take that this kind of segues into.
These are
And-
ripping off so much faster than I thought, and I love it.
I know.
And I mean, I completely disagree because my hot take is Shrek is the best animated movie of all time.
Okay,
I mean, there's a weird cult that agrees with you, but
you're not
Yeah.
wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
all of
I
them?
love it.
Well,
like the
It-
franchise,
no, just the first one.
just
It was like Shrek 4, man. Is there a fourth one?
I don't know.
there's like 8 of them. I think there's like a lot.
There's one
So
where
should-
they like go like there's like one with fairy godmother kind of thing.
The second one's actually really good. That was with like the American Idol version at the end of the DVD.
Oh yeah.
That one was so good with the gingerbread man when he grows big.
Also,
no,
there's
you're a
no possible way I can ever disassociate Shrek from Smash Mouth.
Yeah,
Like they are essentially synonymous to me.
yeah, I agree for sure.
What
Justin-
about?
What about you?
Well, I'll give my one big one that's always been out there already, though. That Dunkirk sucked. Dunkirk was one of the worst movies ever made. I'll just get,
completely
like that has
disagree.
come up before, but it was the Wall-E of Christopher Nolan movies. But I love Wall-E, so like not in a good way. But
I
Yeah.
loved that movie.
yeah, but that's the hot take right there, actually, that you loved it.
Yeah,
Like people will support me. It was the worst movie ever made.
we just lost all of our viewers. I'm just kidding.
You're on an island.
Okay.
Oh, here's fishing for a hot take though. Which new like Disney film is the new one to us better than the original?
Like the live action ones.
Even like if it's animated or live, yeah, anything that's the same, but the new one's better than the old.
And
I'm gonna say
Aladdin, right? You're gonna say Aladdin.
Beauty and the Beast, maybe.
Never saw a new one.
I just love Emma Watson.
Yeah, I do love Emma Watson.
It might not have been a great movie, but I don't know. Again, it's live action, so I'm in it.
I don't know if this is a hot take, and I think it's a lot less to do with the execution and more just like I love the music in The Lion King. But I mean, the animation was like kind of weird because they made like animals talk, and like that's always just like a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you like there was like a movie like Cats and Dogs that had the cats and the dogs like talking. That's always a weird thing to me.
That movie was ridiculous.
When we walked out of The Lion King, I really was like,
wait, you walked out mid movie?
No, like after we all saw it together.
Okay,
I would have but the live action with all of the animal violence, suddenly like I was like, it kind of was okay as a cartoon. Now like for kids, this was like,
it's like Planet Earth.
Terrifying.
It's like the uncle kills the guy's dad and now he runs away, then he comes back to like, you know, face his uncle. Like that's actually like some family drama.
Oh, totally.
You're watching some like real animal fights and you're like, oh yeah, this is brutal. This is gruesome.
Like the Real Housewives, except it's the
Lion King.
Okay. The Lion Kings is the Real Housewives of the Disney franchise.
I
got a hot take for those horror fans out there. Well, I got a bunch, but this is the first one. I think Bill Skarsgård is a better Pennywise than Tim Curry.
Oh, I'll take that because I have really only seen Bill Skarsgård.
I love Tim Curry though. Don't get me wrong.
Purely on acting or with like the effects?
So I like Tim Curry's outfit better. I think the costume is a lot creepier, but I think Bill Skarsgård's performance was better. I don't say better.
Like the drooling that did it for you?
I think so. I don't know what it was, dude. I don't know. I think just a younger Pennywise. I don't know why. I think I like that. The younger feel to it. I don't know. I can't explain it.
There you go.
I'm into it. No one's disagreed. So
again, for those new people out there, we are giving hot takes, Hollywood hot takes. So feel free to shoot us your hot takes.
I mean, chime in. Send us some ridiculous thoughts.
Ooh, another one. I got a whole list. So just stop me whenever.
Fire them off.
Yeah.
Joker is better than Taxi Driver.
That is.
I haven't seen Joker yet, and I'll agree.
I don't know. They're like so similar. Like, how do you distinguish them? Why do you think it's better?
I don't know. I think there was more depth to his character, I guess. I don't know. I just think, I don't know. This is hard to describe. I was more engaged, I think. I was like on the edge of my seat the entire movie, I think. In Taxi Driver, I was not, as much as I love that movie. I think maybe it's just because it's the Joker character, but also Joaquin Phoenix.
I thought you liked Jared Leto, so like you'd love his version of the Joker, right?
I go back and forth because
I also liked him in The Little Things.
Oh, that was the best movie I've seen, I think, in years. So
The Little.
Would you rather hang out with Jared Leto in Joker form or in like the guy from The Perfect Things with that nice little gut he had?
I think that one.
Or 30 Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars. Because then he could just like sing whenever.
But he has to sing the entire time.
I'm okay with that. But
Taxi Driver should have been Robert De Niro's last movie.
I'm gonna disagree with that one.
Just really putting the most outrageous things out.
I got one that is somewhat related to what I'll be picking later, but Robin Williams to me will always be the genie.
Oh yeah.
Like I've seen all of his other movies. I love all of his other movies. I love.
You're picking the new.
Wait,
but like he is the genie to me.
But the new Aladdin is better. I don't know if I've seen the old Aladdin.
I liked the Will Smith genie, but he's got nothing on the Robin Williams genie.
But the movie overall is a better movie.
Overall, no.
If Josh Peck
I hear you. It is.
Josh Peck was Aladdin, then maybe.
Oh my
Ooh, Josh Gad should have been the genie.
Whoa. I don't think anybody should have been no, they shouldn't have made that movie in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone could have pulled that off, it was Will Smith. Like, I feel like they actually cast that pretty good.
Segue from that, I think it was 2 days ago or Thursday. It was Robin Williams' birthday. And we watched Mrs. Doubtfire, and that was the first time I've ever seen it.
That's the
Really?
dude. What happened with your? How have you not seen all these movies?
I don't know.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
It was great. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
It's like a
This
Cody
isn't-
classic.
This isn't a hot take, but it's so related that I just have to say it. For next time, we're going to do Patch Adams,
Ooh,
Adams.
yeah.
which I have never seen. Have you guys seen that?
It's good.
No.
You have
Ooh,
seen it, Joe?
I saw it. JoJo showed it to me last year, I think. But
But
I don't remember.
it was his birthday, so we got
The Will Smith version of Patch Adams, or
Okay. What else? Ooh. I don't like The Princess Bride.
Why?
I was bored.
it's bad.
Simple. So simple.
I didn't like it. I think there was also I think this happens a lot, but there was so much hype. Everyone's like, oh, it's like such a good fairy tale movie. And I'm like, okay. It was kind of just like just one line.
Yeah.
But I get why people might like it or liked it. But
I have a hot take that's probably gonna make you mad, Joe. But
let's go.
I'm gonna say a good percentage of horror movies are way too formulaic.
We should put these like on our bios on the website. We should have like one of these next to our.
I thought you were just gonna go straight up. A good majority of horror movies shouldn't be made.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were gonna say too. But I'm glad you didn't say that.
Yeah,
I agree with you though. I
didn't
agree.
say that, but like they're too predictable a lot of the times. I like it when they're not predictable,
Yeah.
but a lot of times you know exactly what's gonna happen.
There's a lack of innovation going on in horror movies.
No, I just like there is a lot of good stuff happening there, but like if you look at like the classics, it's not, you know exactly what you're gonna get.
So are we just talking about the classics then?
Well, they remake a lot of the classics, so
Gotcha. We're sticking in our
doesn't
horror
mean they're
world.
not fun, but like they're very formulaic.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely. I think some of it is like the appeal. I don't know. If you're watching if I'm watching like a slasher film, I kind of want it to be formulaic in a way.
Hollywood in real life joined.
Oh yeah, he actually sent me, Steve. If you're still on here, hi. You sent us a hot take, and I'm gonna read them.
He sent us a hot
Do it
take.
now.
He
Do it
did.
now.
And I actually agree with him on 2 of them because I haven't seen the third.
How many
one.
did he send?
Just 3.
I'm excited. Okay.
The
Here we
first
go.
one, I don't think you guys will. I mean, they're horror related, so I don't know how much you guys are aware, but
I know everything.
It Follows is one of the worst movies ever made.
Agreed. Yep.
Which I've only seen it once, and it was a long time ago, and I never really had an urge to watch it again, so I don't disagree.
Okay.
And then second one, the Evil Dead trilogy isn't good, which I'm not a huge Evil Dead fan.
Is that Zombie? Rob Zombie?
No, it's Sam Raimi,
Sam Raimi.
Spider-Man.
What is? Which ones? Devil's Rejects. Is that?
Yep.
Okay.
That's Zombie, right?
Yeah, that's
In
zombie.
the Zombs.
And then the last one, he said the Shining miniseries is better than the movie.
The miniseries.
Whoa,
Which
that
I
makes
haven't
me
seen.
that makes me want to watch the series.
Me too, because I haven't seen it, but I've heard actually good things about it.
When did that happen?
That was
Hold
early.
Where,
That was
I didn't even know there
90?
was a Shining series. How do you? Where is it?
I don't know. I can try to
We
look it
gotta
up.
look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Let me.
But
Google
I
it.
think it was more. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but because I haven't seen it. But I think that it was more similar to the book than the movie was. So I don't know. Because in the ending of the movie where he freezes to death.
Spoiler alerts. Yep.
In the book, he burns, like the hotel burns. And I think there was a whole distinction. I think that's one of the reasons Stephen King wasn't a big fan of the movies, because he had this whole burning of the hotel in his head.
Oh.
But I could be wrong. But that's what I've heard.
Interesting. All
For
right.
sure, putting that on the list to watch.
Yeah, I kind of check it out too. What else? Ooh, here's a hot take. I'm gonna preface this by saying I love Leonardo DiCaprio.
But he's the worst actor of all time.
He doesn't deserve a single. That's good.
He's won too many Oscars.
He's only won one.
I know. He's won too many Oscars.
I think the Bear should have won that Oscar in The Revenant.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
fair
okay. Well,
argument.
that's my hot take. I feel like he won the Oscar that year, right, for Revenant. But I think Michael Fassbender should have won for Steve Jobs. I think Leo should have won way before this movie. Great movie, great acting, but
Also, Jason Allen says The Shining 1997.
oh, that must be the
Is that-
miniseries.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gosh.
Thank you, Jason.
Do you think Michael Fassbender for Steve Jobs should have won Best Actor over Leo? That's a hot take for sure.
I think you're crazy.
That's a hot take for sure, man. What were the other movies that who
I don't know.
else was in that category?
Um,
I'll look it up.
yeah, look it up. I don't know because if I look it up, my screen's gonna go away. so.
Leo, Oscar.
What do you think he should have won for, if not The Revenant?
Honestly, I think he should have started off by winning Gilbert Grape. I do think. What else? Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
He was
I don't
incredible in that movie.
Yeah, there.
I mean, I'm trying to think what else. He's so versatile.
Titanic.
I mean, that's a great movie. Fantastic movie. Although hot take if you don't like that movie. Ooh, I got another one. Unless Jesse's
Do it.
I do. Well,
you want to read it?
I'll do it right after.
But this might
Oh, okay. Hold on.
into
then.
other stuff. So
This is Leo won. He was up against Bryan Cranston in Trumbo as
Right,
Dalton Trumbo. Matt Damon in The Martian, which is kind of garbage in my
never saw
opinion.
it.
Michael Fassbender says Steve Jobs and Eddie Redmayne from The
Right.
Danish Girl.
Right. Oh, he
I
was
mean, I know-
really
I
good
know-
in that.
Yeah, he won a couple back-to-back years. Just give it to him again. Like give him the 3-peat.
Okay, if I had to pick, okay, I didn't know that was in there. I think Eddie Raymond should have won that for that movie. Then, I think he was better than Michael Fassbender and Leo
Yeah,
that
because I
year.
feel
because he won for Theory of Everything like the year before. Or
yeah,
year
and then
after.
the year before that though, didn't he? Theory of Everything 2014, Danish Girl 2015. Wasn't there one more that he? I don't know.
and I'm trying to think.
Name is. Or maybe he just won a ton for the Danish Girl, and that's what I'm thinking of. He just didn't
Yeah.
win Best Actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My hot take on the Oscar thing is that the Academy doesn't judge it purely based on the film and the category. Like at that time, I feel like they, in Leo's case especially, like were like, you probably should have won by now.
Yeah,
but you
exactly.
haven't won yet, so like we're gonna give this to you.
That's how I feel too.
Even though like you did a great job in The Revenant, but
Mhm.
like I feel like they don't just consider what's in front of them, you know.
right.
Yeah, I don't even think that's a hot take. I think that's like proven to be true.
Yeah.
I think a
That's
few
terrible.
people have proven that is a not a great. We're gonna have to beep this all out though, because we are brought to you by the 2022 Oscars.
We're gonna be nominated for best podcast, so
They give us an Oscar. We added a category.
I have one that I also think is going to piss Joe off.
let's go. This is what
cool.
it's for. This is what the episode's about.
Adam Driver only has one good movie.
Wait, what movie is that?
The Marriage Story.
I really liked him. What was it? Black Klansman.
I thought you were gonna say Star
yeah.
Wars. I was
I
thought
was
you were
gonna say
gonna
Kylo. He's a good Kylo Ren. Come on.
No, I did not like him as Kylo
Ooh.
Ren.
Who would you recast as Kylo instead of him?
Ooh,
I
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know, but like, not him.
Okay,
I
man.
feel like-
The studio just called you up and they said, "We heard you. We fired him. Who's in?"
I just feel like I mean, he should probably like part of what made Vader so creepy is that he never took his mask off until like the end. But like,
Yeah,
he could have just left the mask.
we had an angsty boy. I liked him in
loved
that
about
role,
that
but
character though. Yeah, I
yeah.
liked that it felt like an angsty kid leading the
it
whole.
was like his girl's character, but in Star Wars.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
just
we do have a comment from Jason who's saying, so Leo was in a film called Critters and Critters 2. He was like super young, and I assume
Critters.
he meant. I assume Jason, you're saying he should have won an Oscar for those movies. Correct me if I'm wrong.
that is a hot take, and I like it.
I love it too. Critters was great. I grew up on Critters. And my dad, of course. But cool. I like that take, Joe. I mean, I like it about it. I don't like it, but I like it. Okay, here we go. Mine is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is the best Quentin Tarantino movie.
That is not true.
Also,
what's the better one?
Yeah.
A lot, actually. I would take Django over that. I'd take Inglourious Bastards over that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is segueing into my next hot take, which is about the same director here. Ari Aster's made better films than Quentin Tarantino with only 2 feature films out.
Oh.
As
in both of them are better than everything Quentin's done?
Yes.
Okay. Like one movie to one movie, or like the collection of the 2 versus
collection.
The 8?
Collection.
Whoa.
Now I'm really hoping he pulls through with this next film that he's coming out with, because that would just
Is this his last one? Isn't he? Didn't he say this was like his last one or something?
Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do. He talked about so many different things, but like Star Trek and all that other stuff, but I don't think he'll do that. I don't know.
Star Trek would be interesting.
I don't think I hope he doesn't do it. But
I don't know if this is hot take, but like moving into like the Lord of the Rings world, Rohan would kick Gondor's ass.
That's a good point. I think you're right, totally.
Like
I've never seen the Lord of the Rings and I have no interest in it.
Ooh. I would have guessed that though, because I probably tried to make you watch it many times. And you're probably just like, no.
They're long, man. I feel like when I do it, it's a commitment, man.
It is a commitment.
I'm just saying, if Rohan was like physically where Gondor was, I think they would have handled Mordor just fine.
I kind of agree with you there. They had more resources. They had, yeah.
They got the horses, man. That's all they need.
I know. Gondor seemed like the cheap version of Rohan.
Yeah, it seemed like they just like didn't know what they were doing, and they just kind of sucked at what they were doing.
Yeah, right.
Jason said they filmed Spawn Ranch.
Spawn Ranch.
At Oregonville here.
In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's the Charles Manson scenes in that movie.
Well, that's cool. Shout out to Simi Valley, the real bros of Simi Valley.
Is that a thing, or did you just make that
up?
Yeah,
it's a Jimmy Tatro short. They're like on like
gotcha.
Facebook though or something. Gotcha. They got a deal.
That's cool.
Great series. It's not a hot take. It's widely accepted opinion.
Oh, he's gonna send photos. Thank you, Jason.
Sweet.
Appreciate it. Always down for more photos to share. All right, next one. I am not a fan of Bill Murray.
What about him? Or just
I don't think he's funny. I don't know. I'm not interested in anything he's in. I like Ghostbusters. And yeah.
But you like kind of wish he wasn't in it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to think who I would replace him with. See, that's a tough one to come up with.
I really liked the newest one, On the Rocks, with Rashida Jones and him.
Yeah, haven't seen it.
I think it was Francis or Coppola.
Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage's fan. Sophia Coppola, that's what I meant. I think she did that, and it was kind of based on her relationship with her father. It's like Rashida Jones and him, but I thought it was a good movie.
All right. I mean, I'm not gonna watch. I mean, if it's a good movie, I'll try it out.
Groundhog Day, though,
it's fine.
Should have been someone else.
I'm gonna get flack for that because I know everyone loves Groundhog Day.
Caddyshack.
Yeah. What would you consider like the worst movie of all time?
Whoa, that is a very intricate.
I don't even know if I have a good answer for this.
You can. How about you can say a couple because I don't have
Yeah.
the worst. Man, I feel like I've turned so many movies off before. If I don't like a movie with like 15 minutes of watching, I'm turning it off.
You want me to just start listing them or what?
Yeah, go for it.
Throw them out.
My Friend Dahmer, It,
Hereditary, Midsummer, Wicker
Hereditary,
Man.
Midsummer, The Wicker Man. Oh my God, this list goes on and on. Taxi Driver.
That was actually your list. I'd be so bummed.
Bill Murray in the old Space Jam.
I
So
thought
you probably prefer the new Space Jam.
I haven't
'cause
seen
Bill
it.
Murray's. Okay. Well, you like it better. Hot take here, it's the better one. Without seeing it, it's the better.
Michael who?
Yeah.
LeBron James, right?
I am like a little like I feel like to the younger people who are like grew up with LeBron James, like they're probably like Michael who, but like
True.
come on.
I know. Well, I don't know. If you're
Hot take, Michael. Well, it's probably not a hot take. It's just kind of fact. Michael Jordan's better than LeBron.
totally.
Hot take, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar might actually be the greatest of all time.
I mean, he's got the height for sure.
Different
Okay.
game though. Different game.
Huh?
I don't know who would win like best team from like the 70s versus like now. We're getting off track here, but
No, I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna go with Jordan because I think overall,
peak Jordan's
Yeah.
he has like his best team versus peak LeBron, his best team.
honestly, I don't know that much about basketball, but I'm just gonna say Jordan because
Yeah,
why not?
because that Space Jam is better.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Deadpool is the worst Marvel movie. Well, is it Sony? Is that a Sony one? Or Fox? Fox.
Wait.
I think
It's a character. Okay, I'm going Marvel characters, not specifically Marvel Studios.
But are you saying it's the worst Marvel movie? Like in the Marvel universe?
It's not in the Marvel universe technically, because it's owned by Fox. Because X-Men,
But it's a
owned by-
Marvel character.
Marvel. Yeah, I'm saying Marvel characters. I'm not saying like specifically Marvel Studios.
But yeah, you're saying it's the worst Marvel.
yes, because
movie.
I don't like Ryan Reynolds. I think his voice is annoying.
I do think I liked it a lot at first, and now I really actually don't like it. So I actually would agree. I actually, bro,
Yeah.
I hate and haven't seen a lot of Marvel movies. I'm not a Marvel fan. But
Yeah, for sure.
I do. I just, it's one of those where it's like, I kind of liked it at the time, but I don't like the trend it set off.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
I
Like,
will say-
Deadpool's responsible for
Agreed.
a lot of horrible comedy, I think.
Agreed. What are you thinking about, Joe?
I was thinking because like I feel like by the time Deadpool came out, the same thing that like I feel about horror movies. I feel like those movies are super formulaic.
Yeah.
But I feel like Deadpool was the one that was like somewhat different just because it was like so sarcastic. And I love that. But
Yeah, for sure. I honestly think it's just
I
Ryan
like
Reynolds.
sarcastic humor.
Yeah. I honestly think it's him though. If I think it was a different actor, I probably would like it better.
I like Ryan Reynolds better in the Mint Mobile commercials.
Hot take. Ooh, is this a hot take? John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are a better couple than Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively.
That's just a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say with Stanley Tucci and Felicity Blunt, which might be a hot take.
Wait, they're a couple?
Yeah,
I don't know much about them, so.
they're married. They're married, I think.
Huh?
You seem really confident in that.
I mean, they're a couple for sure. I'm like, I don't know who's married these days. Because I know he has kids from a previous marriage.
Little Tucci's.
For those new people who are here, we are doing Hollywood hot takes. So feel free to send in your Hollywood hot takes.
Yeah, they've been married since 2012. And they have
Okay. All right.
they have two nieces, Emily Blunt's nieces.
Gotcha.
Who would you rather have as a bodyguard, Schwarzenegger or Stallone?
Stallone.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Arnold with that accent is intimidating, but
I feel like he's more jacked
I'm-
though.
I'm going Schwarzenegger.
I would just have a slight dog like this the whole time.
I would not be able to stand. I would take Schwarzenegger's accent over mumbling.
I feel like either
Rocky.
of those guys standing next to any of us would be hilarious anyways.
Yes.
Hot take. I'm actually the same height as Rocky. Most people don't agree, but it's a hot take.
Hot take, you were cast as Rocky, but then you couldn't make the shoot date. So
No, I was Rocky's stunt double. Hot take.
That's great. Okay. Oh, Rocky. It's a good segue here. I think Rocky 6, Rocky Balboa. I think that's one of the better Rocky movies.
Oh, I wrote down the exact same thing, except I said Rocky 4 is the best Rocky.
All right. Yeah. I think 6 is so underrated. I think it's great. I think it's so they made 5, and that was kind of supposed to be the last one. And then I guess Stallone wasn't happy with how it ended, and it didn't give him a good, closure. So he's like, I'm gonna make a 6th one. And it actually turned out so good. I was super happy they did that. So yeah. Jesse, I don't know if have you seen any of the Rocky movies?
I've definitely seen some with you at some point, and then I feel like it's one of those things where I've seen so many parts of different ones that I'm like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah, all right.
I've seen a lot of clips from that whole world, but do I know which ones I've seen? Nope.
I think Drago's the best, nemesis there.
I agree, yeah.
Rocky.
I mean, I love Apollo, but I'm so glad that they became like buddies.
But they're like friends. So like I feel like it was when they were like, fighting, like I feel like you can't it's just not, it's less exciting to me when you're like fighting your friend.
Agreed. All right. I'm gonna say one. Cloverfield is the best found footage movie ever made.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Is Blair Witch like what people say?
Anticlimactic one.
Blair Witch is found footage, which I love, but I think.
But I'm saying, like, is that why people? This is a hot take.
I don't know. Some people don't like Cloverfield because of it's so like shaky and stuff. But if a giant monster is attacking my city, I'm gonna be shaking with the camera too.
No, dude, that's why you gotta have a
steady
gimbal. Yeah, ready. So if a monster comes, you got that smooth footage.
They should remake Cloverfield with a gimbal. That would actually be so funny. But I think it's so impressive because it's found footage, but they have to obviously CG the monster in there in like New York City. So I think that's impressive. I don't know how they did that. Plus
Talk
also
about luck too.
What?
Talk about luck. Like you find all that footage and you could just make a movie out of it.
Yeah, when did this happen?
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, what's next? Oh yeah, here we go. This one got you guys before, but ScarJo is overrated. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh.
I don't know how I feel.
Did you like her in Lucy?
I don't really like her in anything I watch.
Yeah, I liked her a lot in Lucy.
I never saw Lucy,
but that's also like a kind of movie that I would like. So I don't know.
Okay.
She's the voice in Her. Really
I
good.
actually do like that kind of.
And even more impressive, they shot that movie with someone else's voice and then decided they didn't like the voice. So Scarlett Johansson did all of the voicing after the movie had already been shot. And like the chemist still works.
It worked really well.
Like you would think they did it together.
Yeah.
I would say that in the like relationship of Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost, I would say Scarlett Johansson probably wears the pants.
For sure.
Yeah.
She got him his job on Saturday Night Live.
Hot take.
Hot take. Okay, here we go. What else we got? Moonlight was boring. I don't know if you guys saw Moonlight or not.
Dude, those are real. Yeah, and you love La La Land.
Yeah, I thought it was way better. And
you were that guy who was like, no, La La Land should have won.
I agree with Warren Beatty. I just thought it was very boring. There was I just wasn't into it.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I remember being like a little underwhelmed when I saw it. I was like, okay, I gotta watch it, and then I did.
Right.
I was like,
Again, it's the hype. I feel like the hype just ruins everything.
Yeah.
But Jesse, did you have one you were gonna say?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of one real hard.
Okay. I'll give another one while you think about it. I'll just say another one. Let's see. Oh, The League is one of the best TV shows ever made.
I think that's just a fact.
I'm rewatching now because football season's about to start. I always watch it July, August time, so I'm very excited about it.
Hot take. Joe is going to come in last place in fantasy football this year.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised.
Really cold take. David Carr is the better Carr quarterback.
Ooh, when I'm doing football hot takes, this could go on forever. All right.
When the season of Hard Knocks with the Raiders, Derek Carr was the villain of that series.
Not Antonio Brown.
He was fine, man.
I think my football hot take would be that Rudy is better than any other football movie.
Ooh, I could almost agree with that. Although I do think
Better than Remember the Titans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better than what's the Eagles one?
Invincible.
Invincible.
Little Giants.
I was gonna say Little Giants.
Little Giants or The Longest Yard.
I could agree with you. I think I agree with you on that.
Rudy's
Actually.
the best.
Gridiron Gang.
Great. That was hot for like a month. No, I agree with you. I think on that. I think I agree with you on that. I'm trying to think of what's your favorite sports movie then? Do you have one or
favorite sports movie?
Or like one of your favorites?
I do like Miracle on Ice. That's a good one. And Timely with the Olympics.
Wait, Miracle on Ice?
I think it's called Miracle.
Oh, the hockey one.
Yeah, Mir. Yeah.
The hockey one.
I was like, is that ice skating?
Again.
Is that like an ice skating movie?
Again.
Yeah. That movie's really good.
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks, man.
Oh, I went to a couple Mighty Duck locations today, by the way.
Really? Which
I'm
ones?
trying to hit all of them, but it's hard to find some of them. But I'm trying.
I remember you saying that a lot of them were kind of really spread out across Minneapolis.
Yeah, but luckily all three were generally shot in this area, so I can figure it out some way or another. But
all right.
Yeah, let's see.
Would you rather face the knuckle puck or like any NHL players like Slapshot? If you just had to stand there and like take it in the chest.
I'll go Knucklebuck just because he's younger and he probably can't hit as hard as the NHL players.
It's the wrong choice. What's his name? Russ
Tyler.
The
goalie. Okay. This is, I don't know if I can say this because it's a Star Wars one, but I don't really know Star Wars that much and I don't have
Take it down.
I'll tell you if you're wrong.
I know I'm wrong, but
You're not wrong, man. Just
it's probably because I'm not as familiar with the Star Wars films.
let's not preface this. You're right. Don't worry about it.
Episode. I don't even want to say this. I'm just gonna get trashed by everybody.
The new ones are better than the old ones.
I was gonna say Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, is the best Star Wars movie.
Episode 3.
Well, I believe that. Yeah, I don't actually disagree with you. I think that's the most interesting one.
I mean, he becomes Darth Vader, man. Like that's awesome.
Really cool.
And their fight with the fire, that's pretty. Even how cheesy it might be, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Although
I think like of the original, the Empire Strikes Back is probably my favorite. The other two are like basically the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, of all of them, I would probably pick that one.
There's a lot of like good parts in each of them. Like this, like Empire Strikes Back, the snow scene is amazing. Like that whole fight. The first one, the first one, I can't even think of a lot from the first one. But then the third one, Return of the Jedi, you have the whole like Ewok battle, which is awesome. And then the Phantom Menace, which is the first one, that fight scene with Darth Maul is awesome. And then the Clone Wars, that one's like hit or miss. And then I haven't seen the new one, so I saw the first one, but I didn't really.
This is not really a hot take, but like they killed Darth Maul off way too early.
Did he die though?
It's true.
Well, no.
Wasn't there rumors of him coming back for like another one?
He came back in like one of the like not actual movie series, but like they chopped him in half, like, and then he just like fell down like the toilet. He was just like,
gotcha.
They killed him way too easy. He was supposed to be this like big bad like, and he just got chopped.
He was
in
like
He was
such
so
a cool
cool.
villain.
I know he was like the
half.
best.
He could have been way cooler. I feel like is what.
Right.
Well, that's what I mean. Like he was this cool villain, and then I feel like he just like disappeared, and you were like, "Oh, wait, what? That was it?"
You can't make somebody look as like crazy as him and then just have him get chopped in half like in one movie.
No,
Right away.
no, agreed. I mean, that's kind of like for me. That's how like Ultron was in Avengers: Age of Ultron. I think I also have problems with that movie because every other line was a joke, and like Ultron is supposed to be like this really scary like like a bot, an AI bot, and he could have been so much scarier. And I think he should have been much scarier. Plus, you had James Spader with the voice, which is perfect. But the little jokes was like, eh.
Yeah, I feel like in probably every trilogy except for Lord of the Rings, the second movie is the worst one.
Batman.
Yeah, no, it doesn't fit either. But like, yeah, that's Dark Knight's
Mighty
best.
Ducks.
No, I'll keep
Wait.
it for that one. But
What was it? The second one?
the second movie is usually a letdown. Like of the three, I guess
trilogy.
4 Avengers, like this, the second one is usually the biggest letdown. I feel like I felt like the whole like thing they played out there in Age of Ultron was like kind of a waste of time.
Yep.
It was just
Yep.
like filler, as I think most second movies are. Not all, but
Ooh, that is a hot take because I love second movies. Like Psycho 2, one of the most underrated sequels of all time.
What about the third one though?
Terrible. Well, it's got I don't know. There's got parts,
I mean,
but
Spider-Man 3.
It's true. I mean, Return of the King is my favorite Lord of the Rings. I don't know. The first one's so good though. But a lot of horror sequels are like Halloween 2 is really good. Friday the 13th 2 is really good. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is really good.
A good one. That's not, again, it's not really a hot take, just to Joe B, but everyone else will agree. Dennis the Menace is the best thing Nick Castle ever did with Hollywood. Everything else is like kind of garbage compared to Dennis the Menace.
I want to rewatch that movie. We got to review that one.
That would be such a good one to review.
I mean, I'm going to Chicago in like 2 weeks and they shot it there. So maybe I'll have to hit up some of those locations.
You have to.
I do. There's so many locations there. I got to figure out where we're going to go.
Speaking of Chicago, not a hot take, just a fact. Deep dish pizza is pizza casserole.
I'm a fan of deep dish though.
I don't
Yeah,
like
it's good,
deep
but
dish.
it's not pizza. It's
It's not.
casserole.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I hope we have Chicago listeners out there.
I was gonna, you could take down
Love
their hot
it.
dogs,
Not
but
pizza.
I'll take their pizza, not their hot dogs. I won't really take a lot of hot dogs most places though, but to be fair.
Okay. Ooh, Donnie Darko, one of the best movies ever made.
Jake Gyllenhaal,
Jake Gyllenhaal, my man.
was that his
Ooh,
best piece?
Wait, we got a quick question.
Quick
Perdition
question.
bound. What's your question?
This is very not quick.
What?
I said this is very not quick. This is
Okay, well, we'll keep chatting, and then when they submit their question, we'll read it.
Sounds good.
it also doesn't have to be quick. We're just chilling.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. You can ask as many as you want, or hot takes. Oh, has anyone seen Saturday the 14th? Can one of you guys look this up? Because I don't want to pull it up here, but I think is that the parody movie with Tiffany Kelly from
Film
Saved by the Bell?
series.
Family and
An American comedy horror film starring real life husband and wife Paula Prentice and Richard Benjamin. Co-written and directed by Howard Cohn and produced by Julie Corman.
Never heard of it. Wow.
I have not watched it.
Jeffrey Tambor is in it.
Oh,
I don't know these other people.
Perdition Bound. Is it good? Should we watch it? Would you
They're like,
recommend?
no, it sucks.
Okay, while we wait.
1981.
I've never heard of that one. Always down
Interesting.
for a recommendation though. So, ooh, what?
It's a spoof of classic horror movies from the 30s and 40s, not a parody of Friday the 13th series or slasher films of
You know
that type
what?
from the 80s.
Yeah, I've seen like the cover art. I remember seeing like the poster or something for that.
Yeah.
Um,
I would love to know where the house from that is. I've even asked one of one of the cast. The movie is comfort food, but it's pretty terrible.
All right. I like the
into it.
honesty there. I'm into it too. We will try to find that house for you.
Yeah,
I will watch it and then find the house.
Cool.
My mission.
House.
We'll just
House
have to
from
like
Saturday the 14th.
post it next week.
Yes, I will do what I can to find it. Screw work. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, Cabin in the Woods. Not a fan. I don't know if you guys have seen that one or not.
I haven't seen that.
Is it like The Strangers? Because it's also a horrible movie.
Ooh, yeah, that is a hot take. Well, horror fans out there. But okay.
Siedelman.
I just feel like with like The Strangers, I'm
Join the
just
chat.
like, close the door.
Wait, what, Joe?
I just feel like there's a lot with like the home invasion movies that I'm like, you're just doing this all wrong.
Like the people like who are getting invaded, or the stranger
Yeah.
people?
No, well, like I just feel like it's just like kind of more like a comedy of errors a lot of times. Like, I mean, home invasion is terrifying, but I feel like the way they do it usually is just really dumb.
All right, we need to find a home invasion movie that Joe likes and that Joe thinks is realistic.
I'll take that on. I'll
right.
look.
Because
Were you
there's a few.
Were you a big fan of the TV show It Takes a Thief?
I've never seen it.
Never
You would be now. It was a Discovery show, and it was these two guys who used to like literally make their living by just breaking into people's houses and stealing stuff. And the whole
Wow.
premise was like they'd go to a house, you know, and then like they'd agree to be on the show, and then they were like, sometime in the next 3 weeks, we're gonna break into your house, and then they'd like do it and set up hidden cameras, you know, and then go through.
Oh,
And then at the end of the episode, they would, you know, of course, like equip them and teach them how to actually be safe from robbers. But loved that show.
Is that a Home Alone? Did Kevin McAllister watch that?
Should have.
After, yeah. Great movie.
All right. I'd be curious to see some of those. All right, what do we got? I got some horror takes, but I don't know if you guys would understand some of these people.
Just rattle them off.
All right. Mike Flanagan, not a big fan. He did like Dr. Sleep. He did The Haunting in Hill House. He did this one called Oculus. I don't know. He's big in the horror community right now. Like people are loving him.
But he sucks.
I don't get it. I don't know. Because Dr. Sleep's the Shining sequel. It was weird. Yeah. I don't know. And then what else we got? I don't know how much
joined. Did you got any Hollywood hot takes?
Ooh, any hot takes? We were doing Hollywood hot takes. Anyone? Hollywood hot takes.
We're running
Hot
on empty
takes
now.
with hot cakes.
Hot cakes.
The best scene I can think of to deal with a cake is from Matilda, where the kid has to eat the cake.
Yes. I agree with that. I think Jojo would agree with that too as well.
It's both like it both looks amazing and disgusting at the same time.
That movie is great, by the way. Danny DeVito.
What do they call it? The chokey? Is that
Chokey.
or like the closet that they get thrown in?
Yeah.
That is a great movie.
Hindsight
really
is
is.
not okay at a school.
No, not a lot of that movie is not okay.
You're like, hot take. That is how we should run schools these days.
Starts to get like real intense.
Yeah, right. Ooh, okay. I got one. Bohemian Rhapsody was the worst music biopic I've ever seen. I don't know.
Do you like Rami Malek?
I do, but that movie was terrible. I think it's too like they're doing this thing with like music biopics now where it's so like it's like too Hollywood, if that makes any sense. Like,
what about Rocket Man? That was like the same thing.
I haven't seen it, but it's the same director. So
yeah,
it's
like the same.
It's the same thing. So like there's so many good music, like Walk the Line, like they're all so different. I feel like, but now they're just hitting this. It's like Marvel. I feel like they're becoming the same thing. Like they're releasing Aretha, which is like the Aretha Franklin one, and I want to see it because I think it's super fascinating. But I'm worried that it's going to be the same formula.
I actually like those kinds of movies, not because I think they're like. I just like the music mostly.
Yeah, oh, totally. I mean, I love music. That's one of my favorite subgenres. Like, I think Love and Mercy, the Beach Boys movie, is like one of my favorite music biopics. So good.
Walk the Line.
Walk the Line's amazing. Oh yeah, But I think
maybe that's the problem though, is like, because like my mom always said after Yesterday, that Beatles,
that was weird.
you know, that she
Yeah.
was like, it wasn't bad, but you could have made such a better movie if you had access to all the Beatles
Right.
music,
Right.
you know.
Yep. Yeah, because it was an interesting idea. Like I thought some of the movie was pretty good, but yeah, as a whole, I didn't like it that much. But I mean, they did like the Bobby Darin movie. Kevin Spacey plays Bobby Darin, which is so good. And then the Buddy Holly movie. Oh, it's great. I just feel like they were all so different, like more indie-ish, which is what I like. I don't know if that's a dumb film school thing where I like indie films. AT&T.
I mean,
We
it's like we
watched
were
that.
saying last week though, with like the indie film vibes, is like it's not trying to be a Hollywood.
Right.
What has become this?
Because like you can tell when a
Hollywood.
film like indie people are trying to be indie and it just comes off pretentious and it doesn't look good and it's like annoying. But I feel like Chris Show was perfect because it was like it wasn't trying to be like that. He only had a budget, you know, he could only
It was just trying to be what it
Exactly.
He had a vision, and like that it was just true to what
right.
the vision was.
And I love that. And that's how I feel Ari Aster is. I mean, he's got indie films and I feel like, well, I guess that's A24 though, as a whole. I feel like they just pick the right people. They know what they're doing. They know what's up. They're not gonna pick Skyscraper by The Rock. A24.
Huh? The Rock in A24. Kevin Hart, The Rock.
Vin Diesel.
Paul Anka doesn't deserve a biopic. That's not a hot take because he hasn't gotten one. So clearly is.
So clearly everyone else feels
Paul Anka takes a lot of credit for Frank Sinatra.
This isn't music this isn't music hot takes, Jesse. This is
right.
Hollywood. Well, I guess Hollywood technically because he was in movies, so that works for me.
The Driver era should have a music biopic.
I would watch that, starring Ross Lynch.
It's like a 10-minute long, just to where they are now.
Yeah, we started a couple years ago,
and now we're here.
Now we're here. Here's us writing one of our songs. That would actually be hysterical. All right, what else we got? I got
comedy's kind of dead now. It's kind of a hot take.
As in like it's actually dead, or like the comedy is not actually comedy.
No, I just mean like everything now is like a dramedy.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
There's very few pure,
that's
like,
a good point.
Silly, just comedy movies. Everything has turned into more of a.
That's a really good point. Like Superbad was like, I think, the epitome of like a great, awesome movie, like a silly movie. High school, like not anything serious. I agree. I love those.
And like those, like when you did Best in Show and like all those Christopher Guest movies that are just purely like these
just for fun, like
funny.
To make people like laugh and smile and not incorporate this unneeded drama.
Now everything's kind of.
I agree.
They all have these storylines. I don't know.
I totally agree. I mean, I think like American Pie, like I love those movies. That's why I love those, because you can just watch those whenever you want and they're always going to be funny. There's never like, oh yeah, I agree. There needs to bring back more comedy.
Yeah. I've heard some people like with like Adam Sandler, they're like pro. They're like Adam Sandler. Sometimes people make fun of his movies, but sometimes he comes out and he's just trying to make a funny movie. Like
that's true. Yeah, because we need those stupid movies now and then.
Some good comedy, man.
I agree.
I'm missing out.
I agree. Totally agree. I mean, I liked Booksmart a lot, but there was also still that dramatic factor to it.
They're still, it's not that they're not good. It's just like there's just not pure.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I haven't really seen anything recently that's been. Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know.
Well, that's a bummer.
So maybe not a hot take, maybe just a bummer.
Wow. Now what? I don't know if you guys saw the Emmy nominations.
I saw Ted Lasso got a 23 or some insane number.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I have not seen them.
Well, Inside got 5 nominations.
Oh, cool.
So I really hope he wins something because he deserves it.
He will. He's got to win something. I'll be upset if he doesn't win something.
I think there's like a song. I think comedy is like best song, and then it's like I don't know. You have to read them. I don't remember. But
very cool. It would be so great because he when he did 8th grade, he won a SAG award.
Yeah.
But he was the only like one in the category who wasn't nominated in the Oscars.
Right.
So because a lot of times in these shows, it's just like the same group of movies that's nominated in all the award shows. So he was the only one not in the Oscars, and he wins the SAG award. And his acceptance speech, he goes up and he grabs the award and he just goes, "Have fun at the Oscars, losers."
I love him. He's so funny.
And I was like, it was just so great.
That movie should have been nominated for something.
Yeah, well, he got a SAG award, but did not get into the Oscars.
Again, Academy, man.
Hey, dude, the Academy might be watching. They're just tuning in.
If they are, change something. Toni Collette should have won for Hereditary. I will back that up all day.
Just the too many horror movies have won Oscars.
Opposite. I think fewer movies should be made in LA.
Ooh, I like that.
Like
movies,
shot in LA?
Yeah, but like especially movies that are like about movies. I'm talking about Bowfinger.
Whoa. Okay, well, I will say congrats on fitting Bowfinger in this because we hadn't done that yet.
Had to.
But a hot take.
Very hot.
So you don't like movies about movies? Is that much? Or?
No, it's not that I hate movies about movies. It's just they are all in LA. And like, yeah, I get why, but like I like it better when they're just like everywhere. Like, I mean, like
I agree.
And I mean, it seems that like if a movie takes place in like New York, say, like yeah, it's going to be in New York. But if it's a movie about a movie, guaranteed it's in LA.
Yeah. Can you think of one that's not
a movie about a movie? Cloverfield. No, it's not about a movie. I'm trying to think. Movie about a movie.
I mean,
well, I'm assuming it's about a movie about the movie industry.
Right.
Oh, are you talking about making a movie or about like the movie industry?
Either. They're all in LA.
I mean, yeah, I love seeing I love seeing like random cities pop up like
and like that's the point I'm making. Like even like locations wise, so many are concentrated in LA just because
for sure.
That's how it goes. But
yeah. Isn't that like let's make a Yankees movie but shoot it in Montana?
I'm just saying mix it up, guys.
I would love a Bowfinger, but like is just a random like a group of people in like some small town doing it like the same exact thing, but like
right.
But yeah, like that twist of like they're not even in Hollywood. That's how far outside of Hollywood they are.
Yes, this is the kind of creativity we need on those kinds of movies.
You would appreciate. So Jason Takes Manhattan, the Friday the 13th movie. It was
Jason Mantzoukas Takes Manhattan.
Rafi Takes Manhattan. I would watch that. But no, they shot. So it was obviously supposed to be like Times Square, New York City, like the climax of the movie. But they shot it all in Vancouver. But they actually did a pretty good job of making it look like New York City. So I'll give them props. But what was I gonna say? Shoot, I don't remember. We were talking about
Rochester is the biggest movie town on the East Coast. Spider-Man was filmed here.
See you later, New York.
Oh, I love that. Shoot, what was I gonna say about location? There was something about LA. God, I don't remember. It'll come to me. But I do like finding. I like to have a location in each state. I think that's like kind of what we try to do.
What would be your favorite state or number one state if you had to just go just to see one location, but like it doesn't matter like what the location is, it's just the state you want to go to for a movie location?
I mean, I'm going to say California just because it's got a million.
Cop out.
Okay. What about Vancouver? Is that a cop out? Because that's kind of like the LA of.
No, that's fine. There's a lot of things filmed in Vancouver, I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. How about obscure ones? I'm going to go. Ooh, New Jersey to visit Camp Crystal Lake.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one. I like that question.
I feel like I don't know where things are filmed, so I would just drive to.
Portland,
New
Maine.
Mexico.
Hey, you got Breaking Bad.
Is
You
it?
got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so
out
there's
there.
got to be other stuff around there.
Joe, you would have loved this. Remember how we were at your bachelor party? We were climbing the mountains in the Adirondacks, and I was like, "This would be perfect for a movie. They need to make more movies out here." I watched this movie last week. It was about these two guys at one of their bachelor parties hiking the mountains in Adirondacks, and they were getting. It was
And then they all died.
Yeah, it was about like a folklore. It was like a folklore. It wasn't like the chupacabra, but it was something like the chupacabra. It was something like that. But I was like, this is literally what?
I think I've actually I haven't seen it, but I think I've like
Yeah, dude. I was like, I literally was watching it, and they're like, oh, we were going to my buddy's bachelor party in the Adirondacks. I was like, what? This is the movie I wanted to make. We can make better though. I mean, it was fine.
Yeah,
not great. But
the movie 127 hours should have been 127 hours.
I do not disagree with you. I've never seen it, but that would be an incredible
in a one take. Because how else are you going to shoot 127 hours?
That would be
Like,
so.
Is anyone going to notice a mess up on like hour 113? 45 minutes in, someone's like, oh shit, we gotta redo.
Oh my
We
god,
gotta start over.
That would 100. How long is that? How many?
Joe, are you still streaming?
Yes.
Oh, right.
How many days is that?
24, 48, 96.
4 days.
Yeah, no, like sit into past 5.
All right, we could do that.
Into the 6th day.
We got to have a solar charger for the camera.
And then, can be done.
One super long roll of film that we just keep feeding in the whole time.
For 5 days. Oh, that would be miserable. That makes me. Oh, I'm trying to think. I think that's all mine.
I've got one that's like, it's kind of out there, but like the saddest movie of all time. Lassie.
I was gonna say 8 Below.
Ooh, that's a sad one.
It's the dog movies, yeah.
I was gonna say $1 Million Baby.
But that's a real.
8
Below is just the first one I remember like watching, where you were just like, as a little kid, kind of you're like, oh, I just want to cry. You're like, yeah.
It's like it's not always a happy ending. What?
That movie is sad.
Why am I just watching things die?
Dude, when that seal line,
should be less happy endings.
Oh, see, I think the opposite, because I feel like there's too many movies out there that end seriously. That's why I loved Get Out.
No, not even like seriously. I just want to see like everything end in chaos, and then it's like,
oh yeah, I get that. I'm about that. I was gonna say, shoot, I have the memory of a goldfish.
Hot take.
Hot take. My memory.
Should we each do just like a few more? Or
sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it's a lot longer than I thought we'd be able to.
We were crushing it. I mean, I kind of ran out of mine. Oh, I think the Friday the 13th remake, I think that's one of the better Friday the 13th movies. And I know a lot of horror fans don't agree with that. So that is a hot take.
What is your least favorite like horror trope or like
Ooh, there's a couple. One is the cat jumping out of somewhere. That does not happen. Like if you open a cupboard, a cat just like that just doesn't happen. I have a cat.
That's
like
your
staring at you. That's more.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else.
That's like your CGI screens, like phone screens, but for horror is cats.
Yes. There's a couple in horror though. It's like tripping. Like, come on, like people trip on nothing. Watch where you're running.
Oh, like when they're running away.
Oh, and there's a couple things where I'm just like, you're so dumb. Like, obviously, this going up the stairs is a whole thing, unless you know you have a way out on the roof. But like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just seeing too many and I'm just paranoid now that every time I go to bed, I know where the knives are. I know where my weapons are that I can fight if someone breaks in.
Well, here, how about this? Also, Joe, your live stream just is like,
Oh, was it like this?
it's just like a drunk person who fell asleep on a keyboard.
Good call.
Trey, I always want to like catch people right as they join in to be like,
I know.
give us a hot take.
Yeah,
This is what we're doing.
Okay, people who are watching.
How about a series of horror movies of, smart people? And so like 20 minutes in, they just like kill the guy breaking in, or like the cops come and arrest him. And then the rest is just like normal day life.
I'd be about that. I would be.
And you're like, I thought this was like, but the trailer is just like the first part. So it's just like when a stranger breaks in, but then he just calls 911 and it ends.
That would be so
that would be a good short, like to set it up like a horror movie, and then like you're waiting for something the entire time. Nothing happens.
Oh, 100. I agree. That would be so great. One of my
I want to do a movie though. So like,
yeah,
you're 30 minutes in, and you're like, what, how is this? Is the guy going to break out of jail?
The guy's like, you want some pizza? Should I order some pizza?
And then after 2 hours, it's just like, I got the job of my dreams. And then it ends. And you're like, what was that?
I'm about that, man. It's different. It's unique. So that goes along with what I really want to do. I really want to make a horror movie, but make the trailer like a comedy, or like so no one knows, and then they go into it and they're like,
yes,
it's just like
cut the trailer totally different.
That's one of my goals is to make like a horror movie, but market it as like a rom-com or like a comedy.
You do like movie roulette. Like you go into a movie theater, you have no idea what you're gonna watch.
That would be cool.
And then just see what you get.
I would do that. That'd be fun. They should do that. They should just like, here's $20 or $10, get a ticket. I don't know how much it is nowadays, but
it's like the mystery box of
exactly. You put your hand in like a box and you pick out a ticket and you just go to the theater and see what happens. I'm about that.
Put your hand in the box. It's either like Pit of Vipers or, like free movie tickets for life or something.
Oh, worth it.
No, not worth
it. I heard Mike Birbiglia complaining about movie trailers because I don't know if you guys saw Never Think Twice.
No.
So like Keegan Michael Key was in it. It was like about an improv group where one of them like gets SNL kind of, but he was like, we made the movie and then like the studio cut the trailer together, and the trailer is like about the guy. It's like when Keegan gets the like spot on SNL, and Mike goes, that happens like 30-40 minutes into the movie. You just gave away the first 40 minutes, and they were like, but that's what we're doing. And he was like, but why?
That's the problem with trailers, man. Like trailers, like they used to not be good. Like if you watch trailers from like even like early 2000s, they were not good at all, but they didn't give away the whole movie at least. And I think like, I do like the trend, like this, like Suicide Squad, the first one that came out, that trailer was amazing, way better than the movie. And like, it set a precedent for trailers, like cutting to the music, like with, cutting on the beat to the music almost, where it's like they hit every time there's like a beat, what I'm talking about. So that now every trailer now does that. If you watch all the trailers, like there's, which I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But they give away everything. Like it's terrible.
They do.
But it sucks because I want to watch the trailer. Pros and cons, man. I kind of want to work in the trailer business just
cut trailers.
I will say A24 does a good job of trailers, because like Midsummer, that trailer was perfect. I didn't know what was going on.
Not for long, man. They'll be bought and ruined.
Oh, don't say that. A24, if you're out there, please do not sell yourselves.
Have some respect. Come on.
Continue to be our favorite production company. We need a Krisha trilogy.
Somebody's like, I'll give you $1 billion, and we're like, come on, have some respect. All right,
where's Krisha 2?
Krisha Origins.
Krisha Origins. I think that's all my hot takes. I don't know if you guys have any more.
Any final hot takes? My hot take is that hot takes were good. I like doing this.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a hot take. hope that is just
Did they-
general consensus.
I actually hated it.
Hey,
Oh, I thought Jesse was gonna gear up to say something, but
no, I ran out 40 minutes ago.
well, we went on pretty long, so
Yeah, this was actually a lot longer than I thought we would. So
Yeah. I still have a few on my list, but I'm not. There's not.
Do you remember what the one was? That one episode you were like about to say it, and then you're like, I have to save this for its own because it's so big.
I'm trying
and
to
then
think
you
of what
just
it
never
was.
said it.
It was probably like an actress or actor that I didn't like that everyone loves. I'm trying to remember.
There's one episode where when we're talking, you're like, ooh, this is the best one, the hot take I've ever thought of.
I should have
People are
wrote it
gonna go
down.
crazy,
I
and you
know.
built it up, and then you're like, but I'm not gonna say it until we do an episode.
I honestly don't remember. I'll have to remember. But I feel like we had some pretty hot. I feel like that's some pretty hot takes.
yeah.
Is there anyone watching with some hot takes left?
Yeah, we got Hollywood hot takes. If you guys want to chime yours in, we can read them out and talk about them. But no worries if not.
But otherwise, it's us workshopping a 127-hour movie.
We should
Feel
pitch
free
that.
to hang around as long as you like.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, if we don't have any more hot takes, would you like to? I mean, you already kind of said your pick, but would you want to like go into it a little more?
Yeah, I was just say like, so I wanted to pick one that I had never seen, I love Robin Williams. It was his birthday recently, right?
Yep. Yep.
So, you know, it just kind of felt like a good time to do a Robin Williams movie. And I've never seen Patch Adams. So that's the pick.
Cool. I'm excited. That's
it.
so weird. I was like thinking about picking a Robin Williams last week. So,
Great minds.
gotta love it. Patch Adams. So yeah, you both haven't seen this, and I've only seen this once, and it was very, you know, I don't really remember too much of it. So it's basically like watching it in for the first time. So
There you go.
excited
Yeah,
about it.
I don't think I've seen this.
He's like the
Yeah.
he works in the hospital with the ill children.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I won't say much about it.
But that'll be next.
Cool. I'm excited.
But I think for next week, we will be doing The Wicker Man.
Right.
It'll be 2 weeks away that we do
Yes.
Patch Adams.
Where are you going out of town?
Going up to the Adirondacks again. So maybe I'll do that hike again and maybe I'll come back. We'll see.
You have to watch that movie before you go.
Yeah, I will.
I'll have to send it to you.
Then just take a photo of like anywhere on the mountain and be like, this is
it. Yep.
This is it.
Yep.
This is the location.
Yep.
Do we have any movie news you guys want to talk about or no? I mean, I kind of talked about the Emmys and
Yeah, Emmys is probably the
there's like a few horror things, like the Chucky TV show. The trailer just came out. I don't really know. They have the original Brad Dourif who did his voice.
Where is that coming out?
Sci-fi. So I'm like, ugh. But then they also announced that, you know, we talked about the Exorcist sequel, or the movie that they're making. They announced that it's a direct sequel to the original Exorcist, like the new Halloween was, but it's also David Gordon Green. So
okay.
I'm excited because I really like him, but I don't know. We'll have to. I have pretty high expectations. If Linda Blair's on it, I don't know if I can watch it.
All right.
We'll see.
I think
the new
I don't
M
think I got
Night,
anything else.
the new M Night movie, Old, came out today or this weekend.
I can't tell if that looks like I
I
like
know.
most movies with the concept of time I like, but like I'm like, okay, so they just get old.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go see. We're gonna go see it. Hopefully this week. Because I don't want to read anything about it because like I don't know. His movies are obviously hit or miss. Like he's been up and down multiple times. So and I really the cast is great in this one. So and I love the location. So
I like the trailer too, which
yeah, it doesn't give
sometimes
anything
makes me
away.
nervous, but
Right. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
you'll have to let me know how it what you think.
For sure.
I do want to go see the French Dispatch, the new Wes Anderson.
Is that out right now?
I think is it?
I don't know. They had their
I don't
premiere.
know. I've just been seeing so much about it recently. I just figured that
I don't know Wes Anderson. Like I haven't really seen his movies, but I have heard that this is a really good one. What I've been hearing from.
where is this really old? Even 2021. It's the French Dispatch out. Oh, it says the release date was October last year, but I think it means October this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Bill Murray, so
So it's gonna be terrible.
you're not gonna probably like it.
Cool.
Timothy Chalamet,
Yep.
Tilda Swinton,
Solid cast.
Adrian Brody, of course, Francis McDormand, Bianco del Toro. Quite a cast.
Cool. I gotta
Owen Wilson,
watch one of those movies.
Saoirse Ronan, Elizabeth Moss.
There's a lot of people in that movie.
That's all I got.
Well, cool.
William Dafoe, Jason Schwartzman, Ed Norton, Christopher Waltz, Lee Schreiber, Henry Winkler.
Can we do an episode where we just like we review a movie, but we just read off the whole cast and crew,
The entire
like the credits, but we're verbally saying them.
I think it would need to take the form of a dramatic reading of the IMDb page. Verbatim.
Yeah. That would actually be funny if we did like a dramatic reading episode.
Yeah, that would be
I
fun.
doubt it. Well, cool. I mean, I don't think I have anything else.
All right. Do you have the clicker?
I don't. I'm gonna end the video chat. I don't. I didn't do it in the beginning. Should I do it now?
You can yeah. This was kind of a different one anyway.
Yeah, it's like one of the wheel spins. I'm just gonna do
Yeah.
this.